Okay, in this video I'm preparing to do an out of focus background. So I have the setup here and ready to go. I got some paint mixtures done. So let me show you the original. Okay, there's the out of focus trees in the background with the deer. And we have different greens. There's even a whitish kind of gray, bluish gray. The very dark blackish green. It's not pure black. I even have white in my colors. I'll explain that in a minute to make them more opaque. Okay, so I have the black and white copy, which I used to cut out and protect the deer. These little marks on here are cut out so that the paper stencil becomes a stencil that can stick down without using frisket film. Okay, so now the deer is protected pretty well. I'll spray up and around. I don't care about a real hard edge anyway. I just want to leave the area where the deer is. So what I've done is I have very light marks of where some of the different colors start. Just very light to give me almost gone because I use the kneaded eraser. And whenever I get near an area where it's a dark drawing and I'm about to spray, unless I have really a lot of opaque mixtures, they cover everything, but I lighten the pencil lines. The kneaded eraser is a self-cleaning eraser, so as you use it and it gets dirtier, you just shape it and twist it around until it becomes, you know, like clean looking, and you can flatten it out. You can use it for all kinds of great things, but it's great to pull flat shapes. I already did the erasing for the most part because of the shaking of the camera. Okay, so let's get busy. I've got 3 colors mixed up. Createx illustration colors, and in here I matched a lighter color of the green that's in the picture, and I'm going to start with that. Okay, so like I said, I have a very light image there that I can kind of guide myself where this goes. Okay, so it's in the ear area, the lighter green. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to move that reference picture a little bit and pin it underneath. I have to pin it underneath the painting so it doesn't blow around. Okay, I just need to see some of the colors and where I'm going. Okay, so let's get busy here. Let's start by the ear. I'm going to start putting in the yellow, green. Right on the edge, it's very, very yellowy. Now I see the pencil line in the painting still, but I'm going to be coming in with the real dark. I'm going to overlap and go back and forth. So that's another way to get rid of the pencil marks. There's not a lot to it. It's not going to be a real long video because it's just putting the color in where you want it. You can use the reference, like I said, to guide you, and then go from there. Okay, so we have some established area of the green, and let's get okay, let's get the darker, actually the middle green. I'm putting the middle green in first. That would be in different spots where the real dark green is. Again, I'll show you the photo. So right over in this area, I'm just going to lay it in, and I'm going to work around that and get the darker area in. Not spraying it 100%. I'm gonna just keep looking at what I mixed and get myself some color in there, different values. Just rolling the green around. I see that it's actually got a little more yellow in it, so I'll just kind of dust it in. Reference picture. Up in here, over into that area. Kind of doing little circles, just working it through. I'm just going to put a little color there so you can kind of get a feel for when I remove the stencil, that you can see how this stencil's working. Okay, and I still have pencil lines if you look at it zoomed in, but that's okay. It's a guide for me later. Right now I'm just trying to blur the background. So let's take I think that's enough light green, middle green. I think I might go a little bit more over into this area and put a base in first. Now in the picture, there's a very shallow depth of field, which basically is the camera focused in. I zoomed in on the deer. This deer was sleeping in my neighbor's yard next door to my house, or almost my yard, and there was two of them actually, and I just cropped the picture. And I got him in sharp focus. Him, her, the fawn, and then from there the foreground will be very out of focus. Okay, right in here and back here. So the focused area is right in here where the deer is. That's why the grass is very sharp and in focus in that area. It really gives a beautiful look to the painting. Having the blurry background, it just makes the object look much sharper. Okay, so this is the HPSB Plus. All right, it's my Mac valve, and it's a great airbrush. I mean, it's not as fine detailing as the Micron. That gets the job done a little better. You know, it's tighter details, but this is much more affordable, and I have a couple of these for my school. The Microns are very expensive, but I have the one here. That's what the lighter color was. All right, and they're both basically, you know, side cups, and they're just great airbrushes made by Iwata. All right, so I have them. I have a manifold set for 4 airbrushes. So that's why I'm able to just use these different ones. I'm going to use the overspray pot and just, let me reach over here and get it. It's way out of my way. Okay. Cleaning station from Iwata. I'm just going to empty out. The overspray and the filters in there, and it just keeps all that out of your nose and out of your face and breathing. So I will put a little water in there. I have a little bottle of water. This was a bottle of cleaner, and I just used it when it was empty for water. Okay, so now I'm just getting rid of flushing this a little better and going to the darker color now. I already put the reducer in, so the paint mixture for the yellow is yellow, violet, white. Violet's the opposite of yellow. It grays it down. And I said white. I think that was it. I'm not sure. There might be a little green in there, touch of from a paintbrush, a little mixture of green, not a droplet because that'd be too much. And then the other green was moss green, red, the opposite of green. It grays it down. Black and reducer and white. The same thing, even this dark color, which I'm gonna spray right there. It's not black. It's, if I want to add black later, I can. Up in here, I can spray black over it. But I want color. Black is so dark that the area looks like it's black in the photo, and it might be in that area, but I'd rather have the base color in. So let's just get this started and start putting in the real dark colors. So hopefully I'm not blocking. I'll go from an angle. Just gonna just layer it over the top and then work along the edges. The deer's protected. I'm just gonna kind of out of focus, blur that, let some of that black overspray onto the, I guess it's a bush in the backyard, and let it get some color in there. Don't be afraid to put in color. Don't be afraid to spray and paint what you see. If it's real dark, put it in. And I'll get darker in this area. It's really dark actually. Let's see, it goes down here, and aim the airbrush kind of down so it won't go under the ear. And the same thing here, I'm gonna go that way, push down on the tape, and then get close to that tree area again, the weighting, and just kind of look at the reference and leave this very bottom area. It's almost like the color of lettuce in this area, so I don't want to dirty that up too much. I'm just gonna get in closer to the tree there, keep looking at my reference, bring it up far away now, just blur it out, and now I can get pretty dark because it's very dark. Second coat, don't try to overdo it, put in color too fast. It'll just be wet, and you can air dry it. It'll just be a puddle. And air pressure is pretty low. I guess it's under 30. Trying to just get this to be dusted in, I guess you could say. All right, so let's come up to that other color. Real far away. I don't want to go into the color yet. I want to kind of come up to it. Okay, it's time for more color. I pour a little in here. You can use an eyedropper. You don't want to fill this cup real high. You don't want to do that, especially if you're making custom colors. It can get unmixed. I don't know what the word would be, but anyway, it would start getting all like you have to stir it again. You have too much in there. When I paint the sky, I get it done quick. This area is kind of a big area, so get it done quick. So you can use more, just because when you're working fine, you don't. So again, I'm blowing the paint up off of the shield. Hold that down. If I do go under there and make a little mess, I will address the problem at the time. I don't want to do that, but this is just a paper shield covering the deer. See, I'm out of paint already. Okay, so time to get back into a little bit more. It's nice to have a couple of different guns, so for the videos especially too. It helps me get things done quicker. To grab one gun with color in it and not have to clean it for you guys to wait. So this is basically how it's done. You just put it in where you see it. A lot of refining that has to be done later, but right now, this is pretty much it. Air dry, far away, second coat. It's very dark here. Like I said, if I was to spray black over this, you would see a difference. Even though this looks like black, it would just be darker. Because pure black, first of all, it doesn't have the white that I put in it. And so that would just make me be able to tweak areas that are darker by spraying the black very thin right out of the bottle if I see that it's really dark. Tip dry. Wasn't even giving me trouble this time, so I didn't even go after it. Okay, so there's not much more to this. I mean, I have to just keep working into this and keeping the airbrush very far away. I almost see Viridian green in here, like a more, I'm not going to say blue-green, but it's definitely a different green than I have here. So I'll be mixing that. But you get the idea. This is how you go about it. You just work far away, and you automatically get a blur because the airbrush is so soft and out of focus anyway. So do a little bit more of the other green, and then I'm going to just show you the actual. Let me get back in here. Now you can just take this green and just put it over. Okay, using the wrong green in that area. But that's not a problem because any lighter color can be covered by darker colors, especially in the same family. By the way, this mark, I was cutting out the deer, and my art tool cutting mat is right here, and I, for some reason, wasn't paying attention, and I went to cut one more thing, and I laid the deer on top of the clay board and cut right into the clay, real deep. I mean, I was sinking that in to cut through the copy paper. But anyway, I took the fine sandpaper and just sanded it out, but it needed to be sanded so much that it actually took it down to a gray mark. But it's so smooth, and the cut is gone, and that'll be buried under the color of the tree here. So this is it. Basically just working these colors in, leaving this for that bluish gray, and there's going to be some burnt, it looks almost like an orangey brown that's kind of speckled on top of here, and little details that you just do after the fact. Okay, I'm going to just show you, remove the deer a little bit. I'm not taking them off because I have more to do later, but you can kind of see what's going on here. I had a little overspray come under, more than I would get if I wasn't making a video, because I'm a little further away from the desk, and I'm also talking and not paying attention to maybe holding down a spot. But I can clean that up. That's very easy with an eraser. And so there it is. That's kind of the beginning of an out of focus, blurry background. Okay? So I'll see you guys on another video. Thanks again for watching. Take care.